I swear by, one day I'll live in a house like yours, Hira said, laughing through the phone. You already act like you own it, I replied. You show up without calling. That's because Sarah Bobby always says I'm welcome. I smiled. She loves you more than me. She should. You work too much. I work for her. You work for money, she teased. You love her. Different things. I leaned back in my office chair and laughed. Maybe both. You sound happy, she said softly. I am happy. Good. You deserve it. I know. You're not even humble about it. I built everything from nothing. Let me enjoy the moment. You sound proud. I am proud. I ended the call, still smiling. That was my life, simple, busy, and full. A wife I loved, a house I dreamed of as a kid, and a business growing faster every year. It felt like everything finally made sense. My phone buzzed again. Sir, the warehouse alarm went off, the security supervisor said. My smile faded. What happened? Possible break-in. Police are checking, but we need you to review the camera feeds. I'm coming. Sorry to bother you this late. That's why I pay you. I grabbed my keys and rushed out. The drive was quiet. Imran sat in the front seat like always. You look tired, sir, he said. Long day. You should rest more. I'll rest when the business rests. He chuckled. Then never. You know me too well. That's my job. I nodded. He had worked with me for years. He knew my schedule better than I did. Sometimes I joked that he was the only reason my life stayed organized. We reached the office. Wait here, I told him. I'll be outside if you need tea. Tea sounds perfect. Inside, the warehouse smelled like dust and metal. Police officers stood near the entrance. Nothing stolen, one officer told me. Looks like someone tried and failed. Still, I want to check everything. Of course. I walked to the security room and sat in front of the screens. The supervisor handed me a USB. Footage from tonight. Thanks. You want coffee? Yes. Strong. He left me alone. I started reviewing the recordings. Minute after minute. Door English. Empty hallways. Shadows. Nothing exciting. Sir. He returned with coffee. Any luck? Not yet. You've been here 2 hours. I want to be sure. You're too dedicated. That's why you have a job. He laughed and left again. I rubbed my eyes. My head felt heavy. My shoulders ached. Just a little more, I whispered to myself. I opened the cloud storage folder to check if the intruder appeared earlier. The system synced all cameras linked to my account. Office, warehouse, and home. I clicked the home folder without thinking. Wait, why am I checking home cameras? I muttered. Maybe I just needed a break from the warehouse footage. I opened a random clip from last week. Empty living room. Another clip. Kitchen. Nothing unusual. Another clip. My finger froze above the mouse. The timestamp showed a date when I was out of town for a business trip. That's strange, I whispered. I clicked play. The front door opened. Sarah stepped inside. I smiled without realizing it. Miss me, huh? She looked beautiful, even in black and white footage. Then the door opened again. Imran walked in behind her. My smile faded slowly. Why is he there? I leaned closer to the screen. Maybe he brought groceries. Maybe the car broke down. Maybe. Sarah laughed at something he said. The soundless footage felt louder than any scream. They stood too close. My chest tightened. No, I whispered. He touched her arm. My heartbeat thumped in my ears. Stop, I whispered to the screen. They didn't stop. She smiled. Not the polite smile she gave strangers. The real one. The one I thought belonged to me. My hand started shaking. Maybe it's nothing, I said out loud. Maybe. Imran brushed a strand of hair from her face. I felt my stomach twist. No. They stepped closer. My breathing turned shallow. Then it happened. He kissed her. The room went silent. I stared at the screen, waiting for the video to glitch, waiting for it to rewind, waiting for reality to correct itself. It didn't. They kissed again. Longer this time. My coffee slipped from my hand and spilled across the desk. I didn't move. I couldn't move. My mind screamed, but my body felt frozen. This isn't real, I whispered. I replayed the clip. Again, again, again. Each time felt worse. Each time felt clearer. Each time destroyed another piece of me. I grabbed my phone with trembling hands and called Sarah. She answered on the third ring. Hey, love. Still working? Her voice sounded warm. Normal. Yeah. I said quietly. You should come home soon. I miss you. I miss you too. The words tasted like glass. Drive safe, she said. I will. I love you. My throat tightened. I love you too. I ended the call and stared at the screen. My reflection stared back at me from the black monitor. Sir, the supervisor knocked. Everything okay? I wiped my face quickly. Yes. You look pale. Just tired. You should go home. Yeah. I shut down the computer, but the image stayed burned into my mind. Sarah, Imran, my home, my world, broken in silence. I walked outside slowly. Imran stood by the car. Everything okay, sir? He asked. I looked at him. I really looked at him. Every memory we shared twisted inside me. Everything is fine, I said. He smiled. Good. Let's go home. Home. The word felt like a lie. I sat in the back seat and stared out the window. The city lights blurred together. My chest felt hollow. My hands felt cold. My life felt fake. And for the first time in years, I didn't know who I was anymore. I locked myself inside my office and replayed the footage again. Maybe I missed something, I whispered. I watched the door open. I watched Sarah walk in. I watched Imran follow her. My hand started shaking again. Stop, I said to the screen. But my finger pressed replay. Again, again, again. I couldn't breathe. This can't be real, I said. This can't be my life. My chest felt tight, like someone had wrapped iron around my ribs. I grabbed my phone and called the only person who had seen me at my worst before. Faraz answered on the first ring. Bro, why are you calling this late? I need you. His tone changed instantly. What happened? I saw something. You sound like you're dying. Talk to me. I checked the home cameras. And my wife wasn't alone. Silence filled the line. What do you mean? He asked slowly. I mean Imran was with her. Your driver? Yes. Maybe he dropped something off. They kissed. Another silence. Longer. He exhaled loudly. Say it again. They kissed, I repeated. Inside my house. Are you sure? I watched it 10 times. 10 times. I wanted it to change. It didn't, did it? No. Come to my place, he said. I can't move. Then breathe. Slowly. In and out. I feel like I'm choking. You're in shock. I trusted them. I know. I gave them everything. I know. I don't understand. You don't need to understand tonight. What do I do? Don't confront her yet. Why not? Because right now you're emotional. I have a right to be emotional. You have a right to be smart too. I leaned forward, gripping my hair. I want to scream at her. And ruin your advantage? What advantage? Proof. I saw it with my own eyes. That's not enough. It feels like enough. Listen to me, he said firmly. Calm down. Gather evidence. Protect yourself. Protect myself from my wife. Yes. The word wife sounded strange now. I feel sick, I whispered. You're not thinking clearly. I don't want to think clearly. I want to break something. Break the truth slowly instead. I close my eyes. I hate this. I know. I hate this so much. I'm coming over. No, I'm not leaving you alone. I need to go home. You sure? Yes. Act normal. Ow. Pretend. I don't know how to pretend. You will tonight. I ended the call and sat there for a long time. Then my phone rang again. Hello, Beta, my mother said warmly. Hi, Mom. I was thinking about you. Yeah. I told your aunt how lucky you are. Lucky? You have such a perfect wife. My throat tightened. Yeah. She takes care of you. Of course. She loves you so much. I know. When are you visiting? Soon. Bring Sarah. I miss her. I will. You sound tired. Long day. Don't overwork. Your wife needs your time. My chest felt like it would explode. I know. Allah has been kind to you. Yes, I whispered. Never forget to be grateful. I won't. I ended the call and stared at the dark screen. Grateful. The word echoed like a cruel joke. I drove home earlier than usual. My hands gripped the steering wheel too tightly. Act normal, I repeated. When I walked inside, Sarah smiled. You're home early. Finished work fast. That's rare. Lucky day. She stepped closer and hugged me. My body went stiff. You smell like coffee, she laughed. Late night. I missed you. I missed you too. The lie burned my throat. Dinner is ready, she said. Smells good. We sat at the table. Your day? She asked. Busy. Big deals. Maybe. I'm proud of you. Thanks. You look quiet. Just tired. You need a vacation. Maybe we both do. Her smile widened. I'd love that. I studied her face carefully. Every blink felt suspicious. Every smile felt rehearsed. Why are you staring? She laughed. You're beautiful. She blushed. Stop. I mean it. I love when you look at me like that. My stomach twisted. Like what? Like I'm the only woman in the world. I forced a smile. You are. We ate in silence for a moment. Imran drove me to the mall today, she said casually. My fork froze. Oh, yes. I bought new curtains. That's nice. You don't sound excited. I trust your taste. You always say that. I always mean it. She smiled and kept talking, but I barely heard her. Every word felt heavy. Every second felt fake. Later, we lay in bed. She turned off the lamp and rested her head on my chest. You're quiet tonight. Just thinking. About work? Yes. Don't stress so much. I won't. I love you. My heart cracked quietly in the dark. I love you too. Her breathing slowed as she fell asleep. I stared at the ceiling. The room felt unfamiliar. The bed felt cold. The woman beside me felt like a stranger. And I realized the worst truth of all. My life had already changed. She just didn't know it yet. I woke up before sunrise and stared at the ceiling. I need proof, I whispered. Sarah stirred beside me. You're up early. Big meeting. Good luck. Thanks. Her smile followed me out of the room like a shadow. I called Faraz while driving. I didn't sleep, I said. Good. You needed time to think. I need cameras. You already have cameras. I need more. You're serious. I want every angle. Do it carefully. I will. You sound different. I feel different. Angry. Focused. I spent the morning buying small hidden cameras. The shopkeeper smiled. Security upgrade? Yes. Protecting something valuable? Yes. My home. That word still hurt. By afternoon, I installed them myself. Living room. Garage. Hallway. Office corner. My hands moved like machines. This is insane, I whispered. But I kept going. At night, I opened our bank records. Let's see the truth, I said. Numbers filled the screen. Transactions. Payments. Purchases. Then I froze. What is this? A jewelry store charge. Another one. Another one. 3 purchases. I checked the dates. They matched the days I traveled. My chest tightened. Anniversary? No. Birthday? No. I searched deeper. A new bank account appeared. My hands went cold. Secret account? I opened the transfer history. Large amounts. Regular transfers. My voice cracked. Why would you need this? My phone buzzed. Sarah's name flashed. I stared at it. Then answered. Hey, love, she said sweetly. Hey, are you coming home late again? Yes. I miss you. I know. You sound busy. I am. Don't work too hard. I won't. I love you. I love you too. I ended the call and slammed the desk. Liar. The next day, I visited a cafe near her favorite salon. I sat alone until a familiar voice called my name. Oh my God, it's you. Nadia smiled brightly. Sarah's best friend, I said. Yes. Long time. Sit. Where's Sarah? Shopping. She shopped a lot lately, Nadia laughed. Does she? Yes. She's glowing these days. Glowing. She told me big changes are coming. My heart skipped. What kind of changes? She didn't tell you? Tell me what? Nadia sipped her coffee. Oops. Nadia. She said she might start a new life soon. A new life. You know how she jokes. What exactly did she say? She said, soon I won't need to pretend anymore. My hands tightened around the cup. Pretend. Forget I said anything. No. Continue. She said she deserves happiness. Does she not have happiness? She said money isn't everything. My voice dropped. What is everything? Love, Nadia said softly. I forced a smile. Of course. She's lucky to have you. Is she? Don't look so serious. I'm just tired. You should take her on vacation. I'm planning something. Nadia grinned. That's good. She's been stressed. About what? She said big decisions are scary. What decisions? Nadia laughed nervously. You're interrogating me. I'm curious. She mentioned lawyers once. My heart stopped. Lawyers? Yes, but maybe I misunderstood. Maybe. I left the cafe feeling numb. Lawyers. New life. Pretending. I called Faraz immediately. She's planning something, I said. What now? A secret bank account. Expensive gifts. Lawyers. Divorce. I think so. Do you have proof? Not yet. Get a lawyer. I'm calling one now. That afternoon, I sat across from Mr. Khalid. He adjusted his glasses. How can I help? My wife is planning to leave me. Do you have evidence? I'm collecting it. Do you have shared assets? My company. His expression changed. What percentage is in her name? 40. He leaned back slowly. That's serious. She could take half. If she proves contribution or neglect, yes. My throat tightened. Neglect. Working too much can be used against you. I work for her. Court doesn't see emotions. I trusted her. You trusted paperwork too? I shook my head. He folded his hands. You need strategy. I need protection. You need patience. How bad is this? If she files first, you lose control. So, I file first? No. You prepare first. Ow. Separate finances legally. Document behavior. Gather proof. I already started. He nodded. Good. I feel like a criminal. You're protecting your life. My life was her. He spoke gently. Not anymore. Silence filled the room. What happens if I confront her now? I asked. You lose leverage. What happens if I wait? You gain power. I stood slowly. I'll wait. That's wise. I shook his hand. Thank you. Stay calm, he said. I'm done being emotional. Driving home, I whispered to myself, this isn't just betrayal. It was a plan, a careful, quiet plan. And for the first time since watching that footage, my heartbreak felt colder than my anger. Good morning, Sarah said, smiling as I entered the kitchen. Morning. You're up early again. Work never sleeps. You need a break. I'll take one soon. She kissed my cheek. I forced myself not to react. Coffee, she asked. Yes, please. She handed me the mug. You've been distant. Just busy. You always say that. I always mean it. She smiled, satisfied. I hated how easy it was for her to believe me. That day became the start of my performance. Every smile was fake. Every compliment was calculated. Every hug felt like a lie pressing against my chest. At the office, Zane watched me carefully. You look like you lost 10 years of sleep, he said. I feel like I lost 10 years. What's going on? Work stress. You're lying. I'm not. You never forget meetings. You forgot 2 this week. I'm distracted. By what? Life. He crossed his arms. Talk to me. I can't. You can. I shouldn't. Now I'm worried. Don't be. I am. I sighed and closed the office door. What I'm about to say stays here. Of course. I saw something on my home cameras. His expression changed instantly. What? My wife and my driver. His jaw dropped. You're kidding. I wish I was. How long? I don't know. Does she know you know? No. Why not confront her? I need proof. You're building a case. Yes. He leaned back slowly. That's cold. I feel cold. You okay? No. What do you need from me? Help protecting the company. Done. No questions. You trusted me with the truth. I did. I won't let you lose what you built. Thank you. He nodded. We moved quietly. Quietly, I repeated. At home, my phone buzzed with camera notifications. I watched the footage from my office chair. Sarah laughing in the living room. Imran standing too close. My hands clenched. Keep watching, I whispered. Days passed like this. Pretending outside. Investigating inside. One evening, Sarah walked into the bedroom holding a dress. How do I look? She asked. Beautiful. You didn't even look. I don't need to look. She laughed. Flirt. Where are you going? Dinner with Nadia. Have fun. You're not jealous? Why would I be? She smiled and left. I opened the camera feed. 10 minutes later, Imran's car pulled up. My chest burned. Dinner with Nadia, I muttered. They left together. I called Faraz. They're not even hiding anymore. What happened? She lied about dinner. You expected honesty? I expected caution. They think you're blind. Good. You're scaring me. I scare myself. Don't lose control. I won't. Promise me. I promise. The next week, the footage got worse. Longer visits. Closer touches. Careless laughter. I sat in my office, whispering to the screen. Enjoy it while you can. At work, Zane brought files. I moved the investment accounts, he said quietly. Good. She won't see it coming. That's the point. You're doing the right thing. I hope so. You sound unsure. I love her. You still do. Maybe that's the problem. Love doesn't make betrayal disappear. I know. You're protecting your future. I'm protecting my sanity. That night, Sarah hugged me from behind. You feel tense. Long day. You need a vacation. Soon. Promise? I promise. Let's go somewhere romantic. My heart twisted. We will. I love you, she whispered. I closed my eyes. I love you too. After she slept, I opened the camera app again. I watched silently. Every second fed the fire inside me. Every lie fueled my patience. Not yet, I whispered. Soon. Days turned into weeks. My anger stopped feeling hot. It felt quiet, sharp, controlled. One evening, Zane looked at me seriously. You've changed. Ow! You don't react anymore. I react inside. That's dangerous. It's necessary. When will you confront her? When I'm ready. When is that? When she least expects it. He nodded slowly. Revenge. Justice. Same difference. No, I said quietly. Not the same. He studied my face. You're not the same man. I know. Driving home that night, I whispered to myself, stay patient. Because revenge wasn't about rage anymore. It was about timing. Everything is ready, Mr. Collins said on the phone. Explain. We move the remaining liquid assets. She won't notice? Not until she tries to access them. When will that be? Soon. Good. You sound calm. I'm learning. Be careful, he warned. Power changes people. I'm already changed. I ended the call and stared at my office ceiling. Zane walked in holding a folder. Phase 2, he said. Tell me. Ownership restructuring is complete. She can't touch the company? Not without a fight. I exhaled slowly. Finally. You should feel relieved. I feel empty. That's normal. Is it? Yes. Because this doesn't feel like victory. It's protection. Same thing. No, he said. Protection is survival. I nodded. Survival sounds better. That evening, Sarah walked into the living room holding her phone. Hey, she said casually. Hey, did you move money from a joint account? I kept my voice steady. Yes. What? Investment planning. You didn't tell me. I forgot. You never forget money. I'm human. She studied me carefully. It's strange. What is? The account balance dropped a lot. I'm expanding the business. You could have told me. I'm telling you now. She forced a smile. Okay. I smiled back. Okay. Inside, my heart pounded like thunder. Later, I called for us. She noticed the money. That was fast. She's nervous. Good. I feel guilty. What? I'm lying every day. She lied first. I know. Then stop feeling guilty. I can't. You loved her. I still do. That's the hardest part. The next morning, Imran knocked on my office door. Sir, can I talk? Come in. He looked pale. There's a complaint. About what? They say I used the company car for personal trips. Did you? No, sir. Are you sure? Yes. Then don't worry. His shoulders relaxed. Thank you. I nodded slowly. Be careful. I always am. I watched him leave, guilt stabbing my chest. I whispered to myself, karma works quietly. Rumors spread fast. Zane leaned against my desk. Employees are talking. About Imran? Yes. What are they saying? Late arrivals. Strange trips. Missing fuel receipts. I sighed. He's slipping. Pressure does that. I didn't plan this part. You didn't need to. Still feels cruel. You didn't start the war. I'm just ending it. That evening, my phone rang. Beta, my father said. Assalamu alaikum, Abba. Walaikum assalam. You sound tired. I am. Work. Life. He chuckled softly. Same thing for you. Maybe. Visit me tomorrow. I will. The next day, I sat across from him at the dining table. You've lost weight, he said. I've lost sleep. What's wrong? Nothing. You forget I raised you. I looked down. My marriage is breaking. He stayed silent for a moment. Did she betray you? Yes. He nodded slowly. And you want revenge. I want justice. Careful, he said gently. Those words look alike. They feel different. Ow. Justice feels deserved. Revenge feels satisfying. I looked at him. Which one am I choosing? Only you know. She tried to take everything. Money is replaceable. Trust isn't. True. I feel angry all the time. That anger will eat you. I'm controlling it. For now. What should I do? Protect yourself. I am. But don't lose your heart. I already lost it. He shook his head. No. It's still there. I can see it hurting. Silence filled the room. Abba, I whispered, I don't recognize myself. Pain changes people. Will I go back to who I was? No. That scares me. It shouldn't. Why not? Because growth always feels scary. I exhaled slowly. I want this to end. It will. When truth runs out of places to hide. Driving home, his words echoed in my head. Justice and revenge. They sounded similar, but they didn't feel the same anymore. That night, Sarah walked in looking anxious. Something feels off lately, she said. What do you mean? I don't know. Work stress. Maybe. I nodded. Everything will be okay. She smiled weakly. I hope so. I watched her walk away. For the first time, I saw fear in her eyes. And I realized the balance had started to shift. Are you sure you're ready? Faraz asked on the phone. Yes. Once you start, there's no going back. I crossed that line months ago. You sound calm. I'm done being scared. Call me after. I will. I ended the call and placed the final folder on the table. The house felt too quiet, too clean, too normal. Sarah walked in first. You said this was important. It is. She noticed the serious tone. You're scaring me. Sit down. She hesitated. What's going on? You'll see. Imran entered a minute later. Sir, you called? Yes. Close the door. His smile faded. Is everything okay? Sit. The three of us faced the television. My hands felt steady for the first time in weeks. Sarah spoke softly. You're acting strange. I know. Just tell me what's wrong. I will. I picked up the remote. Before this starts, I said quietly, I want honesty. She frowned. You have it. Imran nodded nervously. Of course, sir. I pressed play. The footage filled the screen. The front door opening. Sarah walking in. Imran following. Silence swallowed the room. Sarah whispered, What is this? Keep watching. They stood too close. Imran touched her hair. Sarah gasped. Turn it off. No. The kiss appeared. Imran stumbled backward. Sir, Quiet. Sarah covered her mouth and began crying. Say something, I said. She shook her head. I can't. You can. It's not what you think. Then explain. Tears streamed down her face. You were never home. That justifies this. I felt lonely. So you chose my driver? It wasn't planned. Imran spoke quickly. Sir, I'm sorry. Sorry. I made a mistake. A mistake happens once. He lowered his head. We didn't mean to hurt you. You didn't think about me at all. Sarah grabbed my arm. Please listen. I've been listening for months. Her eyes widened. Months? I saw everything. You watched us. Yes. She collapsed onto the couch. Oh God, Imran whispered. I deserve punishment. You'll get it. Sarah cried harder. I never stopped loving you. I laughed bitterly. You stopped respecting me. I was confused. You were greedy. She froze. What? I slid the folder across the table. Open it. Her hands trembled as she flipped through the papers. What is this? She whispered. Financial transfers. Secret accounts. Lawyer consultations. Her face turned pale. You knew. I learned. You spied on me. You betrayed me. She shook her head violently. This isn't fair. Neither was your plan. What plan? The one where you leave and take half my company. She dropped the papers. You're wrong. Am I? Silence answered me. Imran whispered, Sir, I didn't know about that. Of course you didn't. Sarah sobbed. I was scared of losing everything. You already lost everything. I placed another document on the table. Divorce papers. Her crying stopped instantly. No, she whispered. Yes. You can't do this. I already did. You're destroying our marriage. You destroyed it first. She fell to her knees. Please forgive me. I stepped back. I forgave you in my head 100 times. Then forgive me now. I can't. Imran spoke quietly. Sir, please don't ruin her life. I looked at him coldly. You ruined your own. He swallowed hard. I'll quit. I'll disappear. You're fired. His shoulders dropped. I understand. Leave your keys. He placed them on the table with shaking hands. I'm sorry, he whispered again. I didn't answer. Sarah crawled toward me. We can fix this. There is no we anymore. I'll change. You already did. I was stupid. You were selfish. I love you. You loved comfort. She screamed through tears. Please don't leave me with nothing. I pointed to the documents. You chose this. Her voice broke. Where will I go? That stopped being my responsibility. She covered her face and sobbed. The room filled with broken sounds. I felt nothing. No rage. No satisfaction. Just silence inside my chest. Imran opened the door slowly. Goodbye, sir, he said quietly. The door closed behind him. Sarah whispered, You hate me. I shook my head. I don't hate you. Then what do you feel? I looked at the blank television screen. Nothing. You should eat something, Hira said softly. I'm not hungry. You haven't eaten all day. I forgot. You don't forget food. I forget everything lately. She placed a plate in front of me. Try. I picked up the fork slowly. Good, she whispered. Faraz leaned against the kitchen counter. You look human again. Barely. That's progress. I sighed. The house feels empty. It is empty, Hira said gently. I thought silence would feel peaceful. And it feels loud. Faraz nodded. Loneliness screams at first. Does it stop? It becomes quieter. Not gone. No. Great. Hira squeezed my hand. You're not alone. I know. Then stop acting like you are. I don't know how to start again. Faraz smiled. One step. What step? Move out of this house. I looked around slowly. You're right. Too many memories here, Hira said. Too many lies. Weeks later, I stood inside a small apartment. Faraz whistled. Fresh start. Feels strange. Strange is good. Hira laughed. It smells new. It smells empty. Fill it with better memories, she said. I nodded slowly. I'll try. Months passed quietly. Work felt easier. Sleep came back slowly. One afternoon, my phone rang. Nadia's name flashed on the screen. Hello. Hi, she said carefully. How are you? I wanted to check on you. I'm okay. I heard about the divorce. News travels fast. I'm sorry. Thank you. She hesitated. Can I tell you something? You can. It's about Sarah. My chest tightened. What about her? She regrets everything. I closed my eyes. That's her journey. She lost the apartment. I figured. She moved back with her parents. I hope they support her. She cries a lot. I stayed silent. She asks about you. What do you say? That you moved on? Good. Nadia sighed. She says she didn't realize what she had. People rarely do. She wanted me to tell you she's sorry. I hope she forgives herself. She hoped you would forgive her. I already did. You did? Yes. Will you tell her? No. Why? Some closures don't need conversations. Nadia stayed quiet for a moment. There's more, she said. What? Imran lost his job after leaving you. I expected that. He can't find stable work now. I exhaled slowly. Life teaches hard lessons. He looks broken. I know the feeling. I thought you'd feel happy hearing this. I don't. Why not? Because pain doesn't heal pain. She whispered, You've changed. I had to. I'm glad you're okay. Me too. After the call, I sat in silence for a long time. That evening, I visited my father. You look lighter, he said. I feel lighter. Anger gone. Mostly. Good. I understand what you meant. About justice and revenge? Yes. And justice ended the marriage. Revenge would have destroyed me. He smiled proudly. You learned. It took fire to teach me. Fire makes strong steel. I hope so. He hugged me tightly. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of myself too. Later that night, Faraz visited. You look peaceful, he said. I feel peaceful. Big difference from months ago. I remember that man. Do you miss him? No. Good. I was naive. You were in love. I confused trust with blindness. That happens. Not again. He smiled. Never again. Hira walked in holding a small box. Your delivery arrived. I opened it and smiled faintly. New security cameras? Faraz laughed. Yes. Still paranoid. Still aware. We installed them together. Living room. Doorway. Balcony. I opened the app and watched the empty apartment on the screen. Feels symbolic, Faraz said. It is. What do you see? My future. Hira smiled. And no lies. No secrets. Faraz nodded. Freedom. I stared at the screen quietly. I'm not broken anymore, I whispered. Hira hugged me. You never were. I shook my head slowly. I just needed to see clearly. Faraz clapped my shoulder. Welcome back. I smiled for the first time in a long time. I'm finally home.